Hello, BB Gangsters. This is Calvin, also known as Homer, and this is my first ever playthrough of Honkai Star Rail. We're about to meet up with Aglaea. We're walking off with Castrus here. I actually was supposed to follow her, but actually, if you just warp here, because obviously I went away, came back, and she actually just here in our bat chambers. But I wonder where exactly we're going with Castrus. Is it onto the balcony out here, or? Oh no, I'm an idiot. I was like, wait, we're going back to the bat chambers? We left the bat chambers with Castrus, and the following of Castrus has restarted. That's what's happening. Because like we started the bat chambers and we went back to the bat chambers. Like that was kind of confusing. No, we're following Castrus here. This has been such a great game in terms of, or should I say region in terms of Amphoreus, but I feel like Honkai Star Rail hasn't let me down whatsoever yet, so I'm not expecting it to let me down.
Lady Treeby and Lady Trin.
Oh. We're gonna stop to talk?
You must have forgotten. This is a precious relic from our hometown. We definitely all saw it back then.
Sort of having an argument about seeing a relic?
Trian, this is a counterfeit. We both know it's impossible for something this fragile to have survived all those years in one piece.
Interesting. It's something about something from their homeworld.
Nothing is impossible. We are fragile too.
Aw.
We still got through those sad times.
Oh.
Look at that color and how it glitters in the light. It's exactly as we remember it.
I wonder if this is just about, like, for Trian, I wonder if this is just about, like, holding on to something, you know, the idea that something did survive back then, you know what I mean, for whatever sad times they had.
I want you buy it. If someone else gets to it before us, we'll miss our chance forever.
No, there's some really deep emotions in this too. It's not just about the idea of the relic. It definitely seems to me it's about, like, having the spirit of whatever their homeworld is like live on with them.
Calm down, Trian. You need rest.
Please, there's no need to fret. If you need more time to make a decision, I can put this aside for you until tomorrow. Or until you're ready.
If you know it's not actually a real thing from their homeworld, I think it would be really good to say it as well. Because I know merchants won't do that, because this is something that has happened worldwide forever. Where people will sell, like, a counterfeit item of some kind, and, like, they're not gonna, like, unless they have, like, in terms of, like, regulations, they do have to reveal this, but, like, in a lot of stores around, like, the world, like, you know, no one's gonna be checking a small shop oftentimes, you know what I mean?
No, it's all right. Trian is just... She'll come to her senses tomorrow. We'll be off first.
This is tough.
Trian is just... what? Trian is super mad, that's what!
You can tell the frustrations going on here, of course.
You've forgotten all about Mama.
Oh.
Mama gave us something just like this before.
Yeah, you could tell that this was not just about, like, the idea of just, like, having a relic from their homeworld. It's the idea behind it, clearly.
Trian.
This is rough.
See you tomorrow? I hope you two patch things up soon.
It's very rough. It's so rough, and it's clearly something bad happened. This item reminded Trian of something from that world and their mother. But now, it's actually a situation here where, like, obviously Treeby's like, this is not the real thing. But from Trian's perspective, like, there's a lot of understandable emotions fogging that logic part of your brain that goes, it's not real, because all you want is something to, like, hold on to from that time.
See you tomorrow. May the winds of fortune bless you.
Poor Treeby and Trian. Because you can understand, like, you know, those type of emotions from both sides, you know what I mean? Both the logical side and the emotional side. Because sometimes, like, here's the thing, like, I think, like, sometimes when people are like, I'm very logical, what they really mean is that they're cold-hearted sometimes, you know, and they don't, like, I'm saying sometimes people are logical, they're just very helpful. But sometimes they are just, like, very cold-hearted and they don't like seeing things from your perspective. But in this case, I think it is a situation where, like, Treeby is definitely trying to be more logical, and because of that, they seem more cold-hearted. When the reality is, they don't want to get something for the sake of something, just to make them feel better. It's more of a thing. It's just like, this isn't going to make us feel better in the long run. This isn't going to make you feel better in the long run, having this fake item. We need to like come to our senses in some way. So from Trian's perspective, Triby's clearly looking very cold-hearted, but I don't see her as cold-hearted. So, but again, it's one of the situations where you put yourself in Trian's shoes. Whatever happened to them is clearly very like heavy.
It's so hard to understand what they're thinking sometimes.
Excuse me, if you don't mind, could you tell me what Lady Triby and Lady Trian were discussing just now?
Oh, it's Miss Castoris. It's been a while. Well, honestly, I'm not quite sure myself. See, I have a little hobby of collecting handicrafts.
Sure.
Some time ago, I found this trinket being sold at the Memorial Market and bought it to use as decoration at my stall.
Okay.
When Lady Triby and Lady Trian walked by earlier, Lady Trian happened to catch sight of it and promptly insisted that it was a precious memento from her hometown.
So that's why she wanted to buy it. I thought this merchant was like being a bit of a swindler, but it seems that they just like, it just caught their eye.
But Lady Triby believed it to be a counterfeit. She said it couldn't possibly be from Yanisopolis. The likelihood of such fragile glassware surviving the Chrysos War is
the Gate Titan, right?
low.
The Gate Titan. And that does make sense. Like, it'd be very shocking if even like, anything survived from like a massive scale war like that,
For some reason, Lady Trian became awfully upset after hearing that.
I wonder if it legit is because like that's like saying that nothing survived.
I see.
It's like a confirmation that nothing survived.
Madam, would you mind selling this trinket to me?
Oh, Castoris, what are you doing?
Certainly, it's just if it truly is a relic from Yanisopolis.
Oh, here we go.
It could be worth a small fortune. Miss Castoris,
I almost gave you the benefit of the doubt.
Business here after all, so...
Someone in the comments is going to go, well, she is running a business, Calvin. She didn't care about this trinket until someone else cared about it. You know what I mean?
I understand. Feel free to name your price.
Not so fast. I object to this. Glared her in silence. Yeah, I'll object.
And what might your concerns be, my friend?
Sell it to us as a regular price. You got some nerve trying to rip off a Chrysos here. Triby already called it a fake. Are you trying to pull us a fast one on us?
Fine. I'll sell it to you at cost, as a sign of goodwill, Miss Castoris. Just promise to support my business in the future.
Much appreciated.
Yeah, no, like this is, you guys know I support businesses and I support people getting paid. You guys know this. I talk about all the time how like, I'm like, no, get paid. But the difference is in this situation is she came out the gate trying to like utilize this like, information of like, oh, it's actually like a relic from the ancient times, wink, wink. And then it's like, especially just someone like Castoris who protects this city on like a regular basis and is, like it's, I don't want them swindling Castoris. And even though Castoris would have paid the money, you know what I mean? It's like, it's totally different. Like if someone, like again, as I said, I love people making money. I'm always for people making money. I remember when The Witcher 3 came out. And I used to play the game like asking for the bare minimum of money all the time. But I remember specifically one time I was listening to like a podcast. I know people can be like, how did it took you that to realize it? But sometimes it does take other people's perspective. It's just like, yeah, you can play the good guy in The Witcher 3, but like you're also kind of playing sometimes not the good guy for yourself. Geralt is like going around doing all this crazy stuff. You should get the money, take the bag. And I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense. But in this case, it's like, man, like, you came out the gate trying to do a little bit of swindling. Not swindling, but trying to do a little bit of like games,
Thanks for helping me out. I'm not one to venture out often.
Yeah.
And while I have some savings, it takes a lot out of me to even talk to people, let alone
It's perfectly fine.
Had you not been here, I would have been set back plenty.
110% casters, there's no problem. Sometimes you need someone to help you with that stuff.
The authenticity of the piece isn't important. What matters is that it holds special meaning for Lady Trian and reminds her of her hometown.
I agree 100%.
I've long wished to show my gratitude for Lady Trian's care, but I haven't been able to come up with any ideas for a suitable gift. This chance encounter today feels like divine intervention. Perhaps this is the gift I've been searching for.
Perfect.
Still,
absolutely perfect.
This trinket is admittedly rather fragile. I will have to make some adjustments and stitch it onto wool felt to protect it.
Okay.
That way, no matter how much Lady Trin runs around, it won't break easily.
And I've seen their trailer. They love running around. They definitely do. That was very beautiful by
Back
Castris.
to business after that little detour.
Very beautiful.
Let's keep moving. Don't stray far now. We've already kept Lady Aglaea waiting.
Yeah, and like it's
long
beautiful
enough.
because Castris, like, you know, deciding, you know, whatever little funds she has to do something for Lady Tran. You can tell Castris is, you know, to me is like one of the characters that cares the most about this world and the people in it. She has such like an admiration for the people, you know, alive, and she wants people to have a happy life while they're alive and to appreciate life, so they want to stay alive. In a lot of cases too. But yeah, like I was not gonna let Castris get swindled 100%, especially when she's been so sweet to us, and she is just one of the biggest sweethearts who ever lived. But yeah, I totally get what Castris is saying about the idea. Like even if it's a fake, it reminds Trian of home. And sometimes that can be very comforting. I understand from Treeby's perspective too, she didn't want to like spend a ton of money on something that wasn't actually real. Because I think that's two perspectives people can have, where it's like, you know, well, it doesn't matter if it's not from my home, it reminds me of home. Or someone can be like, no, Dan Hung's already there. It reminds me of my home, and I want it to be, or like, you know, it reminds me of my home, so I want to have it. From the other perspective, I totally understand of like, this is not what's from my home. I don't even care about it. Like, I totally understand the two perspectives.
It seems your friend arrived before us.
Yeah, he's very beautiful, isn't he? What do you think of him? 10 out of 10, I agree. I agree. Aglaea.
Ah, you're finally here.
I took the detour.
Welcome, Cass. And you as well, trailblazer from beyond the sky.
How you doing?
Well,
What did I
you
pick?
would
I
have
picked
been
the
too
oh my god.
if you hadn't stayed up so late. But what matters is that you got a good rest.
Thank you so much, Don Hung. Whatever I said. You're up so early, Don Hung. Yeah, you're supposed to press circle so you don't press the dialogue options, because the dialogue options come up very quick. But I sometimes forget because I play other games as well that press X. And what's so funny is I'll play Ace Attorney after this, and I'll press circle sometimes for the dial box, and I have to retrain myself to go, oh no, it's X. You know, because it's just like your mind just kind of like is used to pressing one button for dialogue options.
For all that has happened, it was never our intention to drag you two into the battle against Nikador and
Don't worry about it.
jeopardize your safety. To express our gratitude for your kind trailblazing endeavors, we would like to present you with the highest honor of Okhema.
It's a date with Mighty.
This is the dew of divine blood,
Oh.
brewed from crops nourished by the blood of the Titans.
Whoa.
It is said that only 12 bottles existed.
What?
The last 3 bottles are now being kept in the treasure vault of Okhema.
Wait. You're giving us this? This is like... This is way more than I thought we get.
Back in the days of prosperity, cities fortunate enough to acquire it regarded it as one of the greatest treasures ever. Unsealing it during a ceremony held in honor of 2 cities' diplomatic ties was the highest form of respect one could show the other.
No, it's an insane gift.
And now, in keeping with tradition, Okhema dedicates this drink to our esteemed guests from beyond the sky.
That's so
In
nice.
appreciation of what you have done for us.
Can I say as well, while I say like, oh, it's no problem that we helped them, like, I want to say that it's really cool that the game acknowledges, like, and I love when they do this. And other worlds have done it too, but I love when the game acknowledges when it's like, yeah, the Trailblazers, while this is kind of like, you know, a part of their thing to help people, they also choose their own path of who they want to help. So, you know, it's nice to have appreciation for the characters that we play as who do so much for other people. I'm not of drinking age yet. What? Stell has been referred to many, many times as like, she's like, her march been like, I'm an adult. So I guess this is just her being a gremlin again, so.
This precious gift isn't simply a token of gratitude, though. Is it, Lady Aglaea?
I've heard both her and March have conversations where March is like, yeah, I'm actually an adult, all this stuff. So I don't know, very, very funny.
Very perceptive, Mr. Dunhung. Your heroic deeds have proven that you come in good faith. With the dew of divine blood as testament, we wish to forge an alliance with the Trailblazers.
Oh, so like an official alliance.
With all due respect, Won't forging an alliance with the Chrysos heirs embroil us in the conflicts within Okhema?
It's technically picking it, which sometimes the Trailblazers do pick a side, but usually it's like under like, oh no, we have to. You know what I mean? We have to pick a side now. If we don't pick a side, it's going to be even worse.
I'm sure you can understand where our misgivings come from, Lady Aglaea.
Right, we need to think about this. We need to think about this first. Wow, my gift. This is what I'm talking about. The first option is always like, with Stella is like, yes, of course, I agree. And then the second one is like her being an absolute gremlin every single time. She reminds me of like the person who like can't be, you know that one friend who like no matter what you say to them, they will always make a joke. You could be like, man, like I was in a car accident last week, and then they'll be like, what was the accident? Did you have a boo boo? You're like, dude, what the hell? Like, what's wrong with you? But you still for some reason love them, you know? Obviously, like when they joke about some very serious stuff, like I know car accident's serious, but you know what I mean? Like if they're insensitive, it's different, you know? But I think it's one of those things where it's like, I'm not saying Stella would joke about a car accident, but I'm saying she's the type of character, because maybe I picked an extreme example. She's the type of character that I feel like, you know, her mind goes 100 miles per hour when it goes like, how can I make this funny? How can I make this funny for me, you know? I don't think she would joke about a car accident, hopefully.
Having said that, Lady Aglaea, please don't misunderstand. We will still do what we can to assist you in the Flame Chase
I think it's a really smart thing for Don Hung. It's like, yeah, we won't be able to officially join you yet, but we can help you.
It's just, I've heard of the friction between the Chrysos heirs and the Council of Okhema. As outsiders, we are wary of getting caught up in this conflict.
What's so funny is that, like, personally, Calvin, also known as Romer, I would definitely choose the Chrysos heirs.
Wow, Grady and Danny have sharp eyes indeed. You'd make outstanding members of the Twilight Courtyard.
Huh? I don't recognize his voice.
No need to worry, by the way. I can tell from Lady Aglaea's
Oh my God!
voice and micro-expressions that she's being genuine.
Oh my freaking God! I remember she was on the banner, months and months ago. Her design, right, is bubblegum incarnate. It is bubblegum and candy floss walking on legs, legitimately. Oh, this is so cool, a new character. I'm blanking on the name, I'll be honest.
From beyond the sky, but you've also done so much for Okhema. You're practically heroes to us all.
What the hell?
Lady Aglaea would never subject you to Aquila's judgment.
Okay. I'm sorry, but like, why? Like, she has this like this. Her appearance is like so like, it's sugar, it's candy floss, it's bubblegum. It's so like, I don't know. It radiates like sweetness into the screen. You know what I mean? It really does.
Huh? You are...
I'm blanking on the name, but as soon as I say it, I'll remember it.
Hyacine.
Hyacine.
Thank you for taking care of the wounded of the past few days.
Look at the hat as well, it's really cool. Can I say as well that Genshin and Honkai have both taught me two things. I used to think that pink and like burgundy red didn't go together. I used to think, no, pink and red, no. But after seeing characters like Charlotte and now Hyacine, I'm like, no, it does. It's the same thing with like Genshin. Like I used to hate the color like brown in outfits. I used to not like brown. And then like Hu Tao in Genshin, for example, just made me go, oh my God. And like even like it's parts of Stella's jacket and stuff like that too. It's like, oh, brown actually can be a really nice color on people. Like Genshin and Honkai have Hoyo has changed my perception of color coding.
Oh, it's no trouble at all. The patients are very cooperative when we attend to them. I'm just thrilled to see them all going home healthy again.
It's like her sleeve is like a holly. Even like her smile, man, she radiates like she is walking candy floss. She is just like so pleasant. And she's healing people.
Oh, it's Cassie.
Cassie?
Oh, I missed you.
Cassie's a great nickname. Gray, Danny. Oh yeah, she called us Gray and Danny. She called us Gray and Danny. Is his nickname Aglaea? Oh, we got a little chuckle. We got a normal chuckle out of Aglaea. That's lovely.
Miss. You can't say that. Lady Aglaea should always be Lady Aglaea.
Oh my god, look at the sparkle in her eye. You know what's so fun about this as well is that like what happened there with Castus, she was like, Miss, what the hell? Is because they're so used to probably Aglaea, like, because again, it's very smart. You put the leader on a pedestal not because you want them to be like worshipped, but because that separation means that they have more of a leadership role and they can be respected more, right? If you get too casual with Aglaea, then you might run the risk of like becoming too comfortable and not respecting her as much. I know it sounds strange to say, but like that's how like people see that stuff. But I think it's so sweet as well that like that's why Castor's like, wait, you can't just like laugh at that joke, because clearly like they have this thing where like I shouldn't say pedestal, but they put Aglaea in a position where it's like very, and again this is a leadership thing that happens throughout lots of industries, lots of parts of history. Even though Aglaea is a sweetheart that people, that a deep down sweetheart I should say, because obviously on the surface she tries to be very tough. Creating that separation where she's always Lady Aglaea is obviously like a very important thing, but I think from Lady Aglaea's laugh, what it tells me is that she doesn't take that whole separation thing as seriously. You know what I mean? She's like, okay, whatever, which I think is very sweet.
This girl, she's a natural at making friends.
Right? It feels like we've known her for 10 years now. She reminds me of an old friend with pink hair. Oh, March.
As an acolyte of Aquila, I'm here
the
to
Sky
bring
Titan.
healing light to the world. Plus, I've heard you're also children of the distant skies. Fate must have brought us together.
Oh my god. She makes like Aquila sound like a really beautiful titan. We know Aquila's like knocked us down into the sky. The way she said Aquila makes it sound like Aquila's like the cutest titan ever.
Can we be friends?
Already friends.
I'd love to hear your tales of the sky. And oh, it's a rare occasion that Okhema presents such an invaluable gift to guests. Lady Aglaea, may I have the honor of tasting it too?
She's so short, by the way, that every angle they have from behind is like her looking up at everyone.
Of course you may. Esteemed guests of Okhema, please believe me when I say that this gift carries no hidden agendas. As for the matter of the Alliance, you need not give me an answer here and now.
Fair enough. She's here to help Aglaea. This is what I'm talking about. Every like first answer is like a pretty reasonable answer. You know what I mean? The second answer is like, Should we say it just for fun?
You're mistaken. The capable Lady Aglaea doesn't need my
I believe
help
it.
with
I
things
definitely
like
believe
this.
it. Her little toy that she has like attached to her bow there looks like is it called Marshmelon? Is that the Yu-Gi-Oh card? I actually really think her color coding is great.
I see. In that case, we will accept this gift from Okhema. We welcome the chance to talk with you, Lady Hyacine.
This is so fun. This is so fun having a new character. Can I say as well here too? I just realized something about and I've talked about the color coding in Amphoreus already. But what's so cool about this is like look at the color coding here. Like the colors that each character has, whether it be the kind of pink and red of Hyacine, or the very vibrant dark purples and light purples of Castris, or that you can even see like the yellowy golds of Aglaea, the blues of Phynon, and like the reds and oranges of Mighty. I don't think, here's the thing, every character has a color and every character has a specific color to them in this game, but I think that what they've done with these characters, like you can see with like especially like Aglaea and like Castris, like they, even though their skin complexion isn't purple, they look all purple. You know what I mean? Aglaea looks all gold. And it's because they've done the color coding so well with their skin tone that like the overpowering color is actually their color that I assigned them to. Gold, purple, you know, all this stuff. So they actually kind of like feel fully purple, feel fully gold. And I think, you know, the fact that like, there's some of these like are Chrysos here is probably like, you know, is really, you know, cool to have like that's kind of like otherworldly element to their design too.
Oh, yay! Then I'll get started on my questionnaire.
You are a sweetheart. I feel like I'm getting cavities standing right here.
Pardon the question, but I've been meaning to ask this for a while. Micro-expressions, tone of voice, questionnaires. Are these all part of the usual skill set for Aquila's priests?
Allow me to do the honors. This young lady is Hyacine, assistant lecturer of the Newsporists at the Grove of Epiphany,
Okay.
and head nurse at the medical institution known as the Twilight
Head
Courtyard.
nurse. Huge.
Many of the Chrysos heirs suffered injuries during Nikador's attack on Okhema, so the Grove sent Lady Hyacine to treat the wounded in Okhema.
Oh, okay.
But what I'm really good at is helping people sort out what ails their mind and spirit. If you're ever feeling troubled, come find me. A little sunbathing in the courtyard will chase all your worries away.
I know someone's gonna say it. I wasn't saying that Hyacine is a Chrysos heir. I'm just saying that the color coding in all of Amphoreus has been very direct, so that they almost look like their actual color, you know? They almost look like they represent their colors fully.
So you're a therapist. Thank you. We will
I
keep
mean,
that in mind.
it's helpful. It's definitely helpful. Some people say everyone should see a therapist, right?
Well, it looks like everything's sorted out now. The patients have also all recovered. I think it's time for me to head back.
Stay
to
for a
Aglaea.
while. I actually want to know more about you.
I would love to keep you in Okhema for a few more days, but I would hate to provoke the ire of the Grove. As it happens, Okhema intends to send a messenger to the Grove for updates about the research on the Black Tide. We also want to communicate our desire to discuss the retrieval of Circe's core flame at the earliest convenience.
Oh, the reason Titan, because of course she's one of the Titans that's not gone crazy, right?
That sounds pretty serious. Lady Aglaea, you can't be asking
I
me
trust any character
to-
puts their hand on their heart before they say any word.
No need to fret. We will put you on the spot. Trian will be going there as the diplomatic messenger of Okhema, and Castros will be accompanying
There's
her.
Trian once again and being a diplomat.
I happen to have a few questions for Professor Anaxa as well, regarding the missing Titan Thanatos.
Since this involves Okhema's diplomatic affairs, we'll give you some privacy.
We know Castros has been talking about back to bed again. Boring. Let's go down and play. Both these are gremlin answers in a way, but I think they're very reasonable. Yeah, Castros is always very interesting in the idea of the Death Titan, right? Even when she was like talking to the other Nikador, you know. Let's go out and play.
If you're not keen on just sitting around, Miss Trailblazer, why not go with him?
Oh,
The Grove is a picturesque place, perfect for sightseeing.
sure. Yeah, 100%.
That's a wonderful
Would love to.
suggestion. Come visit the Grove, Gray.
Gray is
I'd
crazy.
be delighted to show you around.
Gray is crazy, but I love it.
Sounds good. Gaining more insights into the customs and geography of different regions of Amphoreus is also part of Trailblazing.
Don Hung coming out of his, and again, he's always been like such a very beautiful person, right? But like, and he's always like, I always love talking to him, but I feel like he's come out of his shell so much in Amphoreus. He's taken the lead. He really has.
In that case, do bring this spindle along with you.
I feel like every 2 minutes in Amphoreus, they're like, bring this thing. It's like, this is a Wimmy-wobber. It's like, what's a Wimmy-wobber? This will make the gods cry. And you're like, they have a new, the world is so crazy. They have like a new thing every few minutes, you know?
This tool,
Which is not a
called
bad
the
thing. It just shows that they have like very
is used
thought out
to
culture.
spin thread and has been passed down in my family through generations.
Oh.
Though it doesn't see much practical use nowadays, it's become a symbol of great significance. In this respect, it is the perfect token to represent
Huge.
my will. If you encounter trouble at the Grove, just take this out and show it
Very
to them.
huge, very huge.
While you're in the Grove, the golden thread of the weft can also render all things around you visible, regardless of whether they're corporeal or not, allowing you to see things as I would.
Very okay.
Castros knows this too.
That's awesome. That's a really great idea. I love that. Like, I was like, man, they're inventing new things every minute, and I like make a little joke, and then classic thing that happens, you know, when you make a joke about something, and then someone goes, actually, it's a family heirloom, and you're like, oh, you know. But like, I actually think this is a really cool idea. The idea of like giving someone a favor, like in terms of like, hey, I'm representing Aglaea. This is something that happened throughout history as well. For example, a king or a lord would give you a part of their crest. And while nowadays that seems kind of crazy because a lot of times you can just recreate a crest. You know, but they didn't have like, you know, photocopiers back then. They didn't have printing presses, and you could tell when something was off, when it was a fake sigil. But it's like, I bear the sigil of the Lord of the Marshes. Please let me through. And it's like, oh, he actually has a sigil. And like another example is like, say, like in Chinese history, you know, if you bore a piece of an item that was given to you by the prince or something, and you were like, hey, the prince called me here. You're like, buddy, let her through. You know what I mean? And I think it's actually a really cool idea. They're using that here.
Make good use of it. Trian is already waiting for you at the outskirts of Okhema, so I won't keep you any longer.
I'm so excited.
May your journey be smooth.
I'm buzzing, man. I'm so buzzing. Dew of divine blood. A rare Amphorean vine wine is said to be brewed from crops nourished by the divine blood of each titan. This particular bottle originates from the chrysalis of gold, Manessa of romance. Ooh. And then this thing, which is the weft. A golden spindle that belongs to the gold weaver Aglaea, a legendary treasure. Follow the golden thread that love that contains all like the gods. And I don't know what it says about me that she was like, this will help you see everything truthfully. Like, this is a really magical thing. But me, I'm like, oh my god, this is like, you know, I'm more excited about the diplomatic nature of it. You know what I mean? Like the political nature of it, of just like, when I used to read stories about like, you know, medieval history, and they would like show us the, you know, the sigil. Here's the sigil of the Lord of the Marsh, you know, let me through. I love that stuff. I loved it so much. And I think it's just a really cool idea they brought this in here. The introduction of Hyacine here is fantastic. What a way to introduce a character. Because again, I think that the Honkai Star Rail always introduces characters very well, but like, if you want to introduce a character that like is so sweet and so, you know, charming and instantly just like, okay, I want to talk to her more. How about like a character just giving you a nickname right away? You know what I mean? Just like before you even see that they give you a nickname. Like that's a sweet character trait, and it sets her apart right away. And that's a really important thing about creating characters, is setting them apart so quickly. Because you can have a great design, but like you have to make them different. Because, you know, if Hyacine came along and she was just another March, I'd be like, oh, she just like kind of acts like March, you know? But she doesn't, right? It's Hyacine comes along and she has a thing that sets her apart right away. So we have a base point of something is different about her. You know what I mean? I think it's fantastic. And the example you would give there as well is like, we talked to Finon, right? We talked to Finon. He's like, he was this really heroic character that really felt like he was heroic from the first second we met him. And then not a second later, but like an hour or two later, we met My Day, who's so vastly different, and the first thing he does is throw a body across the way and like has this really angry tone to him. So whatever we learn after that is going to be interesting. But on the baseline we have, okay, Finon is like a very heroic character. My Day is a very aggressive character, and then we can build upon that because there's already something different that makes you want to be interested in him. And I feel like that's the same with Hyacine here with the things with the nicknames. She gives us nicknames and she's having a really fun time. And then we know she's also like a head nurse, but like instantly adorable, you know?
Make good use of it. Trian
I don't know. I think it's good.
waiting
I
for
think it's
you
good.
at the outskirts of Okhema, so I won't keep you any longer. May your journey be smooth.
Do you think Don Hung was like, Sel, give me a break? No, he would never do that. I was going to say, does he think he's trying to get a break from us? No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't. He's amazing. That's an on.
I'm glad to be in your company again, miss.
Always glad to be with you too. Okay, tell me about the Titan known as Thanatos, yeah.
Thanatos controls my fate, in a sense. The curse I bear came from them. And they have something of mine. Something of great importance that I must get back from them.
Okay. And who is Professor Anaxa?
When I was studying at the Grove alongside Finon and the others, Professor Anaxa was responsible for teaching us about the Chrysos.
Oh my god, it was their
heirs and
teacher?
Titans. That's also when I met Miss Hyacine. She was Anaxa's teaching assistant then.
We need a cartoon or like an anime or something about Casterus, Mighty, and Finon going to school together. We need it. And what is the Grove of Epiphany?
The Grove of Epiphany is Okhema's partner academy. They look after the core flame of Circes and are the organization at the forefront of researching phenomena such as the Black Tide and the Titans.
Okay.
They also provide academic research support for the Flame Chase journey.
Oh, okay.
Several Chrysos heirs are based in the Grove, including Miss Hyacine and Professor Anaxa.
I don't have any more questions. Let's go.
Oh, I came here with a colleague from the Twilight Courtyard. I've asked her to pack her luggage in advance, so she's already waiting for us by the city gates.
Very
Let's go
efficient.
meet up.
Didn't mean to skip you. Sorry, Hyacine. So, the Death Titan has something of Castor's that she wants. That explains why she's definitely, like, you know, coming not viciously, but very efficiently. Not efficiently. Very passionately is the word I would say. Going after trying to find the Death Titan. It's actually like a really
There she is. And Lady Trian.
interesting relationship with death.
But who's that they're looking at?
Are they looking at someone? Is someone on the ground unconscious?
Did something happen, Clementine? Oh, that's a serious injury.
It's a serious injury? Like, what happened to them?
Miss Hyacine, this man was discovered by Trian. Trian was in a bad mood this morning, so we went to the outskirts of Okhema for some fresh air.
Right.
But then we found him collapsed on the roadside.
Well, luckily you did find them as well. It's so funny, when she said she was in a bad mood, I thought she was going to say she knocked him out or something. Also, by the way, Trian's outfit again, it's such like a fancy outfit to me.
Trian knows the city has good doctors, so Trian brought our new friend into the city to look for a doctor.
See, even when Trian's obsessed, she's still trying to help.
I was waiting here for Miss Hyacine when I bumped into Lady Trian. But by then, this man was already in critical condition, so I had to perform some emergency treatment first.
Good. Good. Very, very good.
These wounds, they're caused by the black tide.
Oh, Jesus.
This is bad. Clementine, prepare a ward for this man at once. I'll treat him myself. It's a miracle he's still alive, considering how badly the black tide injured him.
You can hear the concern in her voice is so heavy, right? It's so heavy.
Ray, Cassie, and Trian, would you mind making your way to the grove first? Once this man is out of danger,
Yeah?
Clementine and I will join you.
Yeah, whatever needs be. No, 110%. 110%.
As a healer, I cannot ignore those in need of medical attention.
No, it makes me adore you more. It makes you like, again, it makes you absolutely adore you.
I understand. May fate have mercy on this poor man.
Brutal. So brutal with the black tide stuff.
Trian believes he'll get better.
Oh, Trian. And Trian's having a hard day as well.
Follow Trian! Fly, fly, fly away from Okhema!
Should we talk to Trian? Just, by the way, like, that's the thing. They are like the Trian, Triby, and what's the third one's name again? I always forget. I can always name two of them at any one time, but never all three. But they are like diplomats. They are diplomats in this world. They are very efficient people in this world that have like big jobs. But then you also remember that they're like toddlers at heart, you know.
I'm sorry for leaving in the middle of the
It's okay.
journey.
Don't worry about it.
As a healer, I can't just stand by and watch someone pass away in
What
front of
the-
me.
She's a baby. Guys, like, she's not just short, it's like she's a miniature. It's like she's like one of those things like you in the big doll houses or something. She's tiny. Even like if you're looking for this angle, like, it's crazy. Look at this. Oh my god, she's so short.
Please make your way to the grove first. May Circe safeguard your thoughts.
Thank you. Can I say as well that, like, again, we talk about introductions. Like, not only did we get the introduction with the stuff with the nicknames, which is really fun, we now see her heart. She stays here, just helps them with the black tide. It's like, so it's again, Honkai Star Rail have such an efficient but beautiful way of writing. The way that, like, in one scene we get to know Hyacine better by showing that she cares so much for people and she's staying behind to help someone. And at the same time, we also get a feel for the black tide is getting even worse, right? It's affecting people, like, constantly. Or maybe not constantly, but it's affecting people in this way. And I think it's like, you know, a double whammy. They're always very efficient this way. This girl saw the other girl skipping and said, I'm going to show off right here, right now. She said, just watch what I can do. Bro's screaming for no reason. Bro is screaming for no reason. Let's follow the Trian.
Down this road we go, to the skies we fly, leaving Okhema behind.
She has Buttercup vibes in the Powerpuff Girls.
Little Cass,
Everyone has a nickname for us. Sure. Are we not using the sentry gate?
You might not be aware of this, but using the sentry gate takes a significant
I think they said
toll on
this.
Lady Trin.
I think they actually showcased this, that she wasn't able to do it like multiple times. Yep.
Trian promised Treeby that we wouldn't open the gate unless we had no other choice.
Let's go.
I'm ready too.
Okie dokie. Everybody, let's hold hands. To the grove we go.
This is the, she wanted to give it to Trian, didn't she? Oh, Memzo does too.
It's harder than I thought to sew gemstones onto Wolfeld.
I always think it's like, again, it's a talent that you develop, right? But I always think it's so magic when people do this stuff.
Cass memmy memmy mem. Memmy mem mem mem.
You can do your little pose.
Mem wants to try sewing. Here, why don't you give it a go?
Oh my god, someone pat her belly right now, I swear to god. If she doesn't get one belly pat by the end of this game, I'm actually going to give Amphoreus a 2 out of 10. I'm sorry, guys. People who know there's no belly pat in the comments, oh no. How are you two so close already? I don't want to question it. I think that Mem has a very vibrant personality and Casterus has a very loving personality and such an appreciation for people in general.
Sure.
Oh, look at this smile. Look at Mem's look at us. Look at Mem.
Memmy mem mem. Mem cheer mem mem.
Wait, I heard cheer.
Memmy mem mem. Mem cheer mem mem.
You're starting to say some English words, Mem.
This is amazing.
Yes.
It seems as if their voice has become more intelligible after the
Yes.
battle with Nikador.
I heard the word cheer.
After spending the last few days together, I feel like I'm gradually gaining the ability to understand what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's just a little.
Mem 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 memmy mem mem. Memmy mem mem memmy mem mem mem. Memmy mem 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 mem.
Oh. That's such a specific compliment when someone goes, "You have pretty hands." Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's an unusual compliment, but it's like, "Oh, thank you." You know, scary. Don't teach her so cast. That just sounds weird. No, let her have. I don't want her to have hands because I love her paws, but I guess this is funnier.
Memmy mem. Memmy mem 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 mem.
Oh, either way, it was gonna be bad. Calling her weird was gonna be bad too. Mem, here's the thing. The reason why I don't want you to get hands is because your little paws are the cutest things in the world. You know? Look at her face.
Memmy mem mem mem.
Aww.
Memmy mem 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 memmy mem mem memmy mem mem
She's
mem 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 mem.
She really is doing full sentences, full conversations, right?
Memmy mem mem. Mem 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 mem.
You'll learn a powerful new ability. You might become fluffier.
Memmy.
Transform into a cute girl now is crazy. No. No, wait. That's nothing wrong with wanting you to be fluffier. I think it'd be so cute. But I think changing to a magical girl now is crazy. It's a very stealth thing to say. Now.
Is everybody awake? Little Gray, little Cass, and a little pink puppy?
A little pink puppy. It's Mem.
Puppy.
She said puppy.
Mem mem. Memmy mem 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 memmy mem mem memmy.
Aww.
It's already action hour. Lady Trian, I hope you're well rested. You were talking in your sleep. Did you dream of many things?
Sleep talking? What did Trian say?
Something like, Mommy, doll with sword, let's fight together. We'll be brave.
Mommy again about the mother, right?
Ugh, it's so embarrassing.
It's okay.
Please don't make fun of Trian.
Casterus would not make fun of you.
Of course not.
She would never make fun of you.
Wasn't Lady Trian's mother also the Holy Maiden of Anaxagoras?
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Uh-huh. Mama was the strongest holy maiden in all of our history. She also gave us the prophecy of deliverance. And she had red hair that looked like a cute red mushroom.
She had red hair, looked like a cute mushroom. Again, this is like so beautiful because we're getting little hints of like the story of what her mother is, but it's very clear that Trian like adored her mother so freaking much. And has a deep connection to her mother still, right? And that's probably why the gem meant so much to her, I feel like, as well, you know?
But Trian can't
Oh.
remember what Mama looked like anymore. Not even in the dream just now.
That's effed, man. That's so difficult. Cause that you hear of that happening, and like here's the thing, like there's people who I remember years ago who you encountered. I remember like specifically, I you know, there's people you met when you were like maybe, you know, 13, 14, and legitimately like it's sometimes hard to remember their faces if you only met them like a few times. But even like, you know, people say that over like hundreds and hundreds of years, like with like or decades, you forget people's faces sometimes. Trian is like probably way older than that. Wait, we're helping her remember? Mem. Mem, that would be absolutely incredible. That would be incredible. Boom. This would be Mem, if you can pull this off, which I know you can, this would be a really fantastic thing.
Trian thinks that's a great idea. Can the pink puppy help Trian out?
This is why the Trian and Tribunal will always be babies. Because, like, you know, pink puppy, the smile on their faces. Bargaining.
And I'll call you Little Memmy from now on.
Little Memmy? That's cute. Mem, that's fantastic what you just said there, and you know, proclaimed it. Oh, look at this place.
Trian remembers that we need to help Aggie ask the big tree whether Cersei's
Oh my God.
willing to visit Okhema.
Like already with the rusted gear with overgrown with grass, the butterflies coming off the rock over there, the blue kind of like ethereal fairy-like lights around everywhere too that look almost like spirits. This is right out of a fairy tale.
If we follow this woven trail and keep going upward, we'll reach the grove in no time.
It's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Legend has it that whenever they requested an audience with Cersei's, Nestia would always come to the meeting in a long white dress.
Oh.
As the warps and wefts of the dress came into contact with the ground, they turned into paths and stairs.
That's a really pretty
May this romantic
way of saying
path
it.
bring good tidings to Okhema.
Is that Okhema in the distance as well? It's so cool. Yeah, like it's what's so beautiful about it to me is, yeah, you see the overgrown nature of the grass, the rusted gears, this kind of like stuff over here, whatever this even is, but it feels like very spirited. The pillars being overgrown with trees. This is like right out of a fairy tale. It's gorgeous. It really is gorgeous. Welcome to the Grove, a place blessed by reason. The majesty of the bow of the rift speaks for itself. Onward, guest from afar, behold the gorgeous view. Yeah, it's gorgeous. I'm a big fan of, like, as you guys know, I'm a big fan of areas that feels like you shouldn't be here, but I'm also a big fan of areas that feels like this moment you step in, like the magic radiates in the wind. And I feel like this is like, even like the water over here, it's gorgeous. I need to see this whole place. Investigate? From the broken cocoon, faint as light still emanates, the sigh left behind by Menezia, the garden that night seems to remember the butterfly once chased by the light of reason, willingly forsaking eternity for a fleeting embrace. Beautiful way of expressing it as well, isn't it? 100%. The silent statue seems shrouded in a delicate veil, surrounded by glowing insects and brush flowers. The scene inexplicably brings to mind Menestia's legend and transforming into butterflies. Ah, before becoming butterflies, it seems that they too were solitary nocturnal wanderer who enjoyed solitary strolls. Really gorgeous stuff. Whoa. Oh,
Huge!
no way. Guys, I'm in heaven. This is not just out of a fairy tale. This is like the type of magic that you wish you could write into your story, you know? A tree with a face like sticking out of it. The floating areas over here as well. The faint light in the distance that makes it feel so like, I don't know what you even call it. Like it feels warm amidst like this darkness over there. Jesus Christ, like the light shining from the top too. This is gorgeous. And then look at the sky too. I'm sorry guys, this is incredible.
Another surprise?
Trailblazing level 50. We're almost at level 50. We're almost level 50. Golden fragments remain radiant in the darkness, illuminating the blooming blue flowers around them. It is said the Monestius swarm of butterflies once emerged from the such cocoons, but someone gifts of memory upon the prophecy of the world. So the butterflies gave him the gift of memories. This is one of my favorite locations ever in Honkai Star Rail, and that's saying a lot. That's saying a lot. Yeah! I'll show them. Wait, what? I didn't even know there's something to repair. I was trying to see what we did over there. Look at that. Yeah, we should do it for March 100%. A giant tree bowed slightly in the forest, tilting and falling into wilting green waves, and passing breeze rustled through the leaves as if it was sighing, softly fading to the lightless ocean above high. Would March 7 appreciate sublime scene? You're uncertain. Don Hung, perhaps. Never mind, every time he encounters a big tree as this one, it would deeply trouble... Do you think because his history's so tied to, like, the tree in Xianxiu now, that's why she's saying that, which is very thoughtful. Even though I think you would think this is beautiful. I think it's actually very thoughtful that, like, that Stell is like, oh yeah, like, I wouldn't want him to get traumatized by seeing a gigantic tree, you know? And I think March would appreciate this as something very beautiful, you know? 100%. No, see, I was going to zoom in, but the beauty of it is here. Like, the beauty of it is the fact that, like, this whole thing is, like absolutely stunning in of itself. You know what I mean? Like, as a whole thing. You know, the way it, like, towers over the area everyone's living in, too. I never failed to impress. This photo deserves an award.
It's the Bough of Rift, the divine body of Circes.
That's the body of
Flora began to grow
Circes?
where they planted their roots, and this flatland basin upon which we stand gradually became a large verdant forest.
Wait, so that's insanely gorgeous. The idea that, like, her roots gave birth to an entire forest? Honkai? This is beautiful. So, this is the body of Circes, just like the other body as well when we met in the last quest before we met Mem, was another divine titan as well. So I wonder if, like, all the titans have their own, like, kind of visage like this, carved somewhere.
A long time ago, Felicis, the first scholar, led the masses to build a garden and courtyard in the forest, naming the site the Grove of Epiphany. There, people sought mental clarity, knowledge, and enlightenment.
So they built it around the god, the Titan of Reason. Teles is the first scholar. Whenever I see someone say, like, Teles, like the first scholar or the first thing, I always think of, like, the second one, you know? And Johnny, the second scholar, was very bitter, you know? Oh, that Teles always taking my work.
Trian knows this. Everybody says that was how this big academy came to be.
It is very gentle and quiet, isn't it? It is. You're very right.
Something feels
So it's not meant to be this quiet.
The Grove has always welcomed scholars. So too would Circes give us her delicate leaves and extend her branches in greeting.
But she's not greeting us.
Yet, it seems both the Grove's messengers and the Titan are indifferent to our arrival.
And that's the term indifferent, right? So we have no way in? Is the Grove closed to visitors? What an inconsiderate Titan is crazy.
That doesn't seem likely. Miss Hyacine didn't mention anything about it.
Yeah, and you'd think she would mention it, right?
Maybe everybody's still asleep because classes haven't started yet. They don't want to be disturbed, so they shut the entrance.
I remember for college, I would I never really got a chance to lie on because I lived a distance away. So if you don't get up, you're pretty much not going to be there. You know what I mean? So you have to get up.
This place is too quiet. What in the world is going on?
That always works, doesn't it, in terms of a story beat? Why is it so quiet, you know?
Found it! Everybody, fly across to the other side!
Perfect. What does it say? The dream of giants sank into the earth and grew a towering colossus like me. The dream of giants? Knowledge like seeds born in the wind causes flowers to bloom across the land and withered branches to sprout anew. The world pours out into itself upon me like a spring. My eyes are clear, yet I cannot see myself. So they can't. They can see the world around them, but they can't see themselves. Such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. Stepping on its back. Observe our great master Cersei. Such nobility and elegance in that august presence. Wow, it's actually Cersei's. That's right. Marvel and praise freely. Such reverence is exactly what the master deserves. Look. Yeah, no, I freaking adore this. This is gorgeous. I feel like this is one of those times where I'm like, man, do you need me to pay like 60 euro to like play this? Do you want me to put some money on my PlayStation to play this? You know, it's one of those times. It's really, really pretty. Also, can I say those bugs? I love those bugs because one of the things that happened with the birds is that, like, I truly believe it wasn't annoying, but it was just like every time you talk to the birds, it like stopped the momentum whatever you're doing for like a say. Remember back in Penacony? I remember I talked to the birds and you'd have to talk to them for like 30 seconds. And you know what people are like, Calvin, it's just 30 seconds. But when you're like in a very like big moment or a big story like this, and the birds talk to you, it can be a thing where you're like, okay, the momentum slows down for a second, then we have to get back into it. With those guys, they talk for like a second, and you're just back into it. And I think, honestly, maybe they did that intentionally with these guys. What's this? Undelivered Grove Report? To our neighbors in the Holy Cities, second communication in the Light Calendar 4931, Achievement Report, Financial Requests, Resource Requests, Miscellaneous. Achievement Report, Lotophagism. No significant progress on using herbs to resist black tide corrosion, so they've been finding ways to resist the black tide. New improved grain variety yields 800, increase 100%, 800%. Okay. So there's no progress though on using herbs. Capricism. New Chimera recovery potion developed successful. Experiments show 87% average seasonal work efficiency increase plus 6%. Depending on the individual variation, long-term report changes 3 years after leaving the world wound web. So they made a new potion that increases efficiency. Okay. So they've been creating a lot of like medicine around here. Ecroterasmism. Research report. The emotional effects of color when viewed in human vision. See attachment. Research report. Minimal units of art. So again, trying to like study all the different effects that things can have on people, like color on people's eyes. Nautism. Research report. Information encryption and depiction. Protocol updates. Research report. Thoughts of fractal structures. Can we predict everything? So the idea of predicting probability, maybe? Venerationism. Multi-fate ceremonial implements still in development. Calamity Titan content postponed. Okay. Helcotism. Our achievement will be this messenger who shall run from the grove to Okhema within 2 days. Bear witness. Neurosporism. No report submitted. Financial request. Regular funding 30 million. New research sponsorship 5 million. Messenger compensation 5,420. Writing fee by character count 40.1. Balance coins 35,005. Due to calculation issues, 1 may be omitted. Resource request, blank slates by 5,000. Tella's slate, severely damaged, latest copy of Gene Bank records. Other, the Grove wishes to employ several mountain dwellers for basic security duties, providing food and lodging. May Cersei's grace be with us. So it seems to me like a research report of all the different things they're doing here, and also then a financial request of some kind, or a financial request. And a resource request. So the mountain dwellers are the one that is the Titan of the mountains, right? I forget how to pronounce the name. but he was a really chill Titan that we really liked. He like had all the mountain dweller people who were really cool, but they're really tough because he created humans in his vision. So like they were like created like in a very abstract way. So they wanted to employ them for security, I guess. Okay, so we know they're doing like a lot of research here. We know they've created a lot of things here. We know that they're working on everything. It seems there's a very inquisitive minds here in this world, in this place. Not just when it comes to healing. Honestly,
you would find it.
That puzzle is very interesting to me.
The courtyard of Storky should be just ahead of us.
Man, this place is absolutely stunning. I could literally just stay exploring this place forever. This type of thing that if you gave me this as I'm saying this by the way, I appreciate it as an adult as well, but I always want to reference like, because I think that like a big part of our video game life was when we were kids. And if you gave me a world like this as a kid to explore, like I am here for days upon days, just like looking around the place, you know? That's the type of thing, you know, and people might say then, well, Cam, why don't you do it now then? It's like, well, I'm also doing like a playthrough of a game, and like while I would like, you know, I know some people would definitely be like, hey, yeah, stay here for like a couple of days. Obviously it's like so different, right? It's so different now. I feel like as a kid as well, like you had like one game for like, for me, I got 4 games every year, 2 for my, my birthday and 2 for Christmas. And maybe not even like I wouldn't get something maybe for Christmas, you never know, it might be something different. Because what basically like my mother would say to me was like, you can get 1 big game every year because they're expensive. They were like €50 at the time, which was expensive. You know what I mean? Well, it's still expensive. But I noticed something that like if you wait a year, all the games that were €50 last year become 2 for €50 the next year in the same place. So I was like, oh my God. So I started getting 2 games every year. What I would do is I'd be like, okay, I won't get Batman Arkham Asylum this year. What I'll do is I'll wait until next year and get that and another game. And like as a kid, like nowadays, like there's a bit of FOMO where you're like, oh my God, I don't want to like, I want to play the game now. I really want to play it. And you have the money to play it. But back in the day, it was kind of like just like, you know, I can wait. I can play this other game. So I started getting 2 for 1 game. And I feel like, you know, that's one of my smartest things I've done as a kid, you know? I feel like it's the one thing I can be like, you know, big brain Calvin as a kid, you know? I was big brained as a kid, you know? It's the one thing I can look to and be like, that was actually pretty efficient. Each morning, scholars would sit in neat rows and listening to the sages and unveil the mysterious of wisdom. Over time, their seated forms left imprints on the steps, perhaps as what the sediment of knowledge looks like. That's a really beautiful way of putting it. It's like the imprint of like them sitting in the same spot was actually like a representation of them retaining knowledge as well. Really, really cool. So this also was a place where people would do lectures, which again has been a big thing in Amphoreus already. So people would stand here and do lectures as they were like talking. Sorry, you guys, I'm just like spending so much time exploring this world. This is like been my favorite place thus far in Amphoreus. It's gorgeous. And not that the other places weren't great. We did, like, you know, we literally spent time exploring the last area we were in as well. Like, we literally did. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like, let's not say we didn't. But I can also play favorites and say that this is definitely, like, even more beautiful to me. And what's crazy is the last area, the main area is gorgeous. It's just that I think there's something so beautiful about a fantastical fairy forest type area and this freaking tree, you know, titan looking down on us as well. So, yeah. I think this is definitely already like my favorite area of Amphoreus, which is probably going to be topped again, right? 100%. Yeah.
That's barely enough for one.
So I shouldn't say sorry for exploring when like literally I spent like an episode, the first 20 minutes exploring that's at the other area too. So you guys just got to get used to it. That's what we'll say. You got to get used to it, okay? You got to get used to it.
As I expected, something's not right here.
So it's like someone should have greeted us by now.
Not to mention that this whole place is also eerily quiet.
Maybe Aglaea didn't give them the heads up. Maybe something happened?
That's possible.
Hello?
Oh my God, Trin. That's very funny.
No one's here.
Well, it scared me. What should we do now?
I have an idea. Lady Trin, could you lend me that golden spindle? Do you remember? Lady Aglaea said this. While you're in the grove, the golden thread of the weft can also render all things around you visible, regardless of whether they're corporeal or not.
So something could be hidden right now. That's why we're not seeing.
This is achievable because the grove is not only where the roots of Circes are, but also where the chrysalis of gold manifests.
So there is something here. There's something happening here that's not corporeal.
Nestia, with the weft as my vow, I beseech you, entwine my body with your golden thread and affection.
That scared me too. Is this some kind of ritualistic prayer? I actually love this type of stuff. I love hearing this type of stuff because again, it adds to like the culture of this world and like the history of this world and I guess how they call upon this stuff.
This is a proverb that was recorded in the handbook
it's a proverb.
of Nestia's priests. If I'm not mistaken, we should be able to draw power out of this butterfly exuvia with the golden thread.
There isn't a reaction. Did it not work?
But that shouldn't be.
So it should have worked. So they are like spirits. It's like a hood over a human body.
Is that a white dryad?
White dryad. Is that what we've been seeing all the way up here? Because I've seen a few of those white dryads as well. So I just want to read this before we do anything. I wanted to read this. In memory, it was the golden rain. Erosia, full of world's love, returned to dawn, transforming into butterflies that scattered glittering scale dust, blending the bloodlines of those they touched. From that day forward, there was you in me, and I in you. I really, let's investigate. This is a stairway of progress in the garden for intellectual wanderers, seekers of truth, worship, reflecting the love of their for kin. Only through the remembrance may the path of wisdom remain unobstructed. I did not mean to press it, sorry. Mem's like, oh, adorable. Castros is really responding to this.
No, it isn't a white dryad.
Okay, there's something else.
It is the shadow of a dead white dryad.
What? So these are all like dead shadows?
Dead me, ma'am.
I mean, yeah, that's a better way to put it.
Shadow?
Strictly speaking, these white dryads are still plants. They only gained sentience as a result of Circe's blessing of equality. But their sentience is minimal when compared to that of humans. These flowers have already died.
So cool.
What you
Not
see
that part.
here are just faint afterimages of their souls.
I'm saying it's so cool that like Circe like gave a blessing of equality and let these like plants gain sentience. Like that's such a like magical idea. But these flowers are dead. And it's an afterimage of their soul.
This also means that the golden thread has definitely connected with the Titan's presence.
Right, okay.
Without the golden thread's outlines, we would not have been able to see them at all.
So this is what made them appear. So maybe that it's different from what we saw on the way here?
But what happened to them? Why are there only tiny shadows of them left?
Ma'am, can you read their
Great idea.
memories?
Absolutely great idea. This place has amazed me. I'm so amazed by this place.
Let me try.
Memmy Dry is crazy. I'm sorry, but Memmy Dry is crazy. Did they actually say Memmy Dry?
Let me try.
Memmy Dry is crazy. You got anything?
Black cloak.
Oh,
Sword.
she said it like very well in plain English, right? In plain and language we can understand. Obviously, it's not English in this world, but you know what I mean.
Towards the great tree.
So they're too faint to actually make out everything as well. I mean, Mem, you already did something amazing. Towards the great tree is what we have to go towards, maybe?
I have a bad feeling about this.
Worrying.
The deathly fog of Thanatos is fast approaching.
What? The deathly fog is fast approaching?
Brienne will be on high alert!
I guess we can rebuild this as well. I'm so like, and it is because this world is just so beautiful and magical, and this whole place is very like fairy tale-esque. Get some basic treasure as well. Yeah, it's such an absolutely and here's the thing, we're always drawn to locations in Honkai Star Rail, 100%. You can call back to so many areas, but I think it's, you know, there's something about this area that's just like really one of my favorite areas so far. In terms of my favorite areas in Honkai Star Rail, I'm not going to put this in a ranking so far, but I think my favorite area like so far in Honkai Star Rail is the waterscape in the Xianxiu. Absolutely incredible, stunning. What's the name of the graveyard in the Xianxiu as well, which is also really incredible. And then I think that the underworld in Belobog is probably like third favorite in terms of like areas. Because you're saying Penacony is absolutely gorgeous, but I feel like, you know, I'm talking about areas that like I'm drawn to like in a very emotional way, you know what I mean? Almost instantly. Because Penacony is one of those things when you first see it, it's like, oh, that's beautiful, but then like you get to like know this place on a different level, to the point that Penacony becomes almost like intentionally impersonal with the world. It's beautiful, it's amazing to see it. The characters are very personal, the story is very personal, but the actual world itself is made to be very like commercial and you know, over the top, but that's part of the story. It's supposed to be that way. That's why the rooftop is such an important scene with Firefly, because it's a moment where you get away from all the commercialism. You can see just the bright lights out there, almost like they're stars, and you get to have that moment away from all the hustle and bustle. Like, it's intentional. It's very, very cool. It's very, very cool. Honestly, I'm like that type of person. I love going forward in this game, but I'd do anything to have that scene with Firefly again. I'd do anything.
It's becoming more and more intense.
The smell of death.
There, on the steps.
She keeps saying, oh, the black tide. Oh my god. Wait, what? Who are these? The black tide is everywhere.
This looks really scary.
Yeah. Death Titan. It's a Death Titan kin?
No, it's neither of those.
What is it then?
This is a creation of the Black Tide.
What?
Such creatures are formed when living beings are corrupted and turned into deformed hollow husks of their former selves.
So these are literal like Black Tide creations then? They look like bug warriors in a way.
Everybody, stay alert. Regardless of what has happened to the Grove, the fact that we're seeing the remains of a Black Tide creation here definitely doesn't
Yeah, that's so scary. What the hell?
Should we inform Aggie about this?
Mem? No way. Are we actually gonna get to fight one? Look at these. It's not like bug warriors. You know what it's like? You know what they're like? They're like tree. Like, I know what you can call it, like beetles. I know, like I don't know how you describe. Oh, they can't even say anything. Look, their speech is blacked out. There's a lot of sharp edges on this. It's such a weird design.
The monster is alive. Trienne will protect.
Don't worry about it. We got this. We got this.
Trienne, please hide behind us. Miss, let's do this.
Oh, Triad will protect you more. Then she says, Triad, let's hide behind us. Oh, here we go. Corrosion. Certain enemies inflict the units in a corrosion state. Attacking enemies to restore corroded HP. The more targets hit, the more is restored.
As expected, the words black, sword, and cloak, they're talking about the Black Tide.
Black sword and cloak. So they're talking about the actual creatures themselves are talking about the Black Tide. This is so interesting to me. It's so cool. It's so cool.
The punches decide.
Troublesome.
I love seeing new enemies. We've met new characters in this world too.
Let's see some
I think it's very like
fly.
intentionally well done.
You'll
The idea
pay
of
for
having
this.
like
Lend
this
me your
beautiful
strength.
magical world that's like all about healing people and saving people and then making it like, you know, corrupted by the black tide.
Blade of moonlight.
I think it's intentional 100%. Why not? Let's go for it.
All will be revealed in lunar flame.
Yeah, I think it's totally intentional.
You defeated it, little gray, little cat.
Oh, Trian.
So strong.
Thank you. But yeah, like I do think they did such a fantastic job here, you know, selling this world as like a place of reason, as a place of beauty, you know, the forests, you know, the roots gave birth to like the world itself and all the stuff, and people came here to like learn about reason, and there's such a great like feeling of like hopefulness and intelligence here, even when it comes to like, you know, creation and stuff, again creating medicine, things like this too. To have corruption here be the first thing we witness in terms of like a true living you know, on their feet creature here is definitely intentional in showing that contrast of like what you expect versus what you get, in my opinion. There's no way, right? There's no way.
To think the black tide has spread this quickly to the grove despite its remote location.
Yeah, you have to like make an effort to travel here.
I'm afraid a world where strife has fallen is far more dangerous than we ever imagined. Oh no! Does this mean that Okhema is also in danger?
Like, if this place is able to be affected by it, and we have to make an effort to make it here.
Looking at this mess, it seems the scholars at least succeeded in fending off the first wave of attacks. But at what
There's dead bodies. I
price?
saw a dead body. I saw a dead body around here too. Whoa. What's happening? Oh, I was wondering because usually they switch this over, but it's just at the same time. That's worrying as well.
Lady Aglaea, after a few days of surgeries, both major and minor, we were able to save the life of that patient found on the outskirts.
Again,
of
showing how
Okhema.
dangerous the black tide is. Days of surgery. Major and minor, multiple surgeries to help this person with the black tide.
Thank you again, Hyacine, for your hard work.
The scarring of his organs was especially severe,
Jesus.
a result of the black tide's corruption. It's a miracle he's even survived. I can't say for sure when he'll regain
Like-
consciousness.
Your organs being scarred.
Don't stress yourself out over this. You've already done everything in your power to save him. There's no need to hurry to the grove either. You deserve a good rest now. Tribi, I have some things to tell you as well. There's something strange about where that patient came from. He is not Okhema.
Oh yeah?
The way the stitches on his clothes are hidden is quite unique.
Ah.
Such craftsmanship is undeniably from the grove.
This is such a great way of doing it. I think she's gonna realize that that like something's happening in the grove.
The grove? You mean...
Now that I think about it, Castris and the rest should have arrived at the grove
Yep.
by now.
Trian just got in contact.
Oh, she told us. She's telling us.
Black tide has invaded the grove.
Like, the way they did this, having like Aglaea be like, this is, you know, this is weird that someone like had clothes from the grove being affected by the black tide, you know, and then they just get this message.
We haven't detected any survivors, even with the help of the golden thread. What should we do, Aggie?
Oh, the worry in her voice.
The black tide is posing an even greater risk to us now. I did not expect the grove to be the first to be impacted, though.
Oh no, and it's such a beautiful place.
Can they tell where the core flame is right now?
We see it. The core flame is still there, but...
But what?
Is the black tide affecting it?
But they can't see for sure whether the Titan has also been corrupted by the
Oh,
black
the
tide.
Titan of Reason as well, to be corrupted by the black tide. It's not good.
please let them know that for now, the most pressing task is to identify the core flame and transfer it to a safe place as quickly as possible. We must also search for survivors and find out exactly what happened to the grove.
So they're identify the core flame and transfer to a safe place and look for survivors and find, it's like 3 tasks, but like again, they can all be done at the same time, I feel like, in some way.
Oh, and find Anaxa. Unless something went terribly wrong, he should still be alive.
This is such a tense situation. It's so
They've set
tense.
off. Please, stay safe, everyone.
You know, exactly.
I pray for their safety too.
Exactly.
Aggie, how do you know that Anaxa is still alive?
I know that man all too well. If that blasphemous performer knew that he was not long for this world, he would most certainly try to seize the core flame and drag the Titan down with him.
Blasphemous performer, by the way. So he has a personality that he would take everyone down with him, I guess.
Is this a joke as well?
No, I'm being serious this time.
He's like, no, this is real.
We're facing threats from both within and without Okhema. The merciless carnage may have ceased, but Okhema's nemesis continues to sharpen their blades even now.
Jesus, man, the tension here.
They may have even prepared the gallows from which to hang us
Stop
already.
saying it like that. Like, she's so firm in her words, but it's still, like, terrifying the way she's phrasing it, you know?
You mean...
Even if the divine authority of strife is as yet unclaimed, the black tide is advancing more rapidly than I expected. I fear this tragedy is more than a mere natural
Someone's using
disaster.
this. Someone's utilizing this.
Alas, it's too late. The council will likely take this opportunity to
Yeah.
do something. I will try to keep this under wraps for now. But you must also take care and be prepared for anything.
She's so
that
good.
may
Yeah,
happen.
they could definitely utilize this as a way to, like, say that to lose faith in the Chrysos heirs. But it seems like what I'm if I'm not wrong, it seems that like first I'll find Anaxa, but like the blasphemous performer. Yeah, there's threats within Okhema and there's threats outside. Whoever is with the black tide advancing, it seems like it is something that it's not just a natural disaster. It's directed. It's advancing with like purpose. It seems.
All right. Should I inform Hyacine about this?
Not for now. She must be exhausted after performing surgeries non-stop for so many days. I don't want to overwhelm her with this bad
Again, I
news.
totally understand this. I always think people deserve to have a right to know, but like I totally understand this.
We can only hope that the Grove weathers this crisis with as many survivors as possible.
That being said, based on the condition of this patient, Treeby, we should prepare
That's the
for
thing. If it
worst.
took days and multiple surgeries to cure one person, what would it take to cure everybody?
It's likely he is the only one who managed to escape from the Grove against all odds.
Holy hell, man, my heart. They've really done a good job of building the tension and the fear in this.
Everything will be fine. The people at the Grove are really smart. They'll definitely be able to chase away the black tide.
And like when I say like what they've done so well with the tension here, like they've really set up like this black tide thing already as being something terrifying, as something we should worry about. So then also having Aglaea kind of like be more serious and saying like, no, this is very direct now. We have enemies from within and from outside. Something is happening here that definitely is less than just a natural disaster. And I wonder if it is like the same way someone can use a Stellaron. Is someone using the black tide to infect this area as well? The way that they talk about like the injuries here, they've showed us what can happen to someone who is infected here and what it takes to cure them. The idea of if a Titan gets corrupted, all this stuff. They've really done a fantastic job of making this a terrifying situation. If Anaxa's is alive, everyone else could be too.
How should I put it?
How should I put it? That's always a weird way to start describing someone.
Lady Aglaea doesn't trust Anaxa at all.
She called him a blasphemous performer. He sounds like a big shot.
Despite being a chrysosaur,
Chrysosaur.
Anaxa resolutely believes that titans and prophecies are a load of nonsense.
Kind of cool. You know what I mean? Like, anyone who's always like, I hate prophecies and I hate titans. It's like, okay, that's kind of cool. You know what I mean? Even though I believe in it 100% and like believe, you know, the titans are real, it's still one of those things where like when someone else says it, it's like, that's kind of cool, you know? When someone goes, I'm against the gods, I hate the gods, I'm like, hell yeah, you know?
During our regular citizens' assemblies, he always votes to oppose the flame chase journey.
I just imagine him at the back of the assemblies when everyone's like, this is a dire situation. You just hear in the back, boo! Anaxa, what's boo! This blows. Everyone, boo them. And no one else is booing. This is a good question.
Trian knows the answer to that. Everybody says that Circes, who symbolizes reason, is the most tolerant of novel ideas. Apart from Kefali, they're the titan who treats us the best.
So I wonder if they like even let people that don't believe in them just like, yeah, you can do it here. You can research. Yeah. That makes sense. That makes perfect sense. The idea that like a reason titan would find reason in letting someone research here even without the belief in them. You know what I mean? I feel like it'd be very unreasonable for them to be like, no, you have to believe in me to research here.
Yes, that is how we formed an agreement with these titans who bear no harm toward humanity. If they agree to support us on our flame chase journey, we will wait till the final moments of the journey to restore.
Oh, so
their
they got the
core
deal. They're
flames.
last. It's like, hey, you're gonna be able to be alive for as long as possible.
With the exception of Oryx, that is. They didn't lend us their power willingly.
Oh man, so he just took it. That's a great point. Mem being very reasonable here. Like, they did give Stell the power of Ornyx as well.
That is true. It's also fortunate that these gods weren't corrupted by the Black Tide and did not descend into madness.
Yeah, especially what happened with Nicodora. You know, it's a terrifying thing.
Trian believes Circes will be alright. After all, everybody says that the people of the Grove are really smart. So, Little Gray and Little Cass, just leave the task of finding Anaxa and everyone else to Trian. It's easy for Trian to look for people because we can fly.
Fantastic.
Good idea. In that case, please bring the weft along with you, Lady Trian. The golden thread will be much more effective from up above. Please promise us that you'll take care of yourself.
Okie doke. If Trian gets in trouble, we'll look for all of you. In return, if you get in trouble, remember to call for Trian, okay? We'll come right over and open the gate.
I love that they have all the kind of Chrysosaurs and demigods have like this kind of very good, strong relationship where they understand each other on this level where they just like two sentences can be kind of shared between them of just like such support, and you can feel it just feels very real, you know?
That's the other thing I wish to mention. Do not open the gate unless you have no other choice, Lady Trian. Your body is not in good shape at the moment.
So again, looking after Trian, especially at what was happening with the gates and stuff, because as well, we heard before that she had to stop opening the gates because of what happened to. Makes perfect sense that she'd want to like make sure she holds off as a last resort.
Okay, we will keep that in mind. Trian was just trying
No,
to
she
help.
knows. She definitely knows.
Of course, we know that. After all, Lady Trian is a demigod, the most powerful among all of us here.
That's another way to remind us, right? Because sometimes when you look at the little babies, you go, there's a little baby. But they are incredibly powerful.
Remember all those brave heroes and the tales you've heard. They would always save their strength until the very last moment. That way, they could ensure that nothing went wrong with their plans. Isn't that right?
Mm-hmm. In that case, brave Trian shall clear the way for all of you.
Again, I love the way you're describing it too, right? Because again, like it's a very true thing. Like, you know, leaving your power to the last second, utilizing it in the proper way. It always works better in the end for everyone. Oh, look at little Triad. Mem getting motivation from Trian. Or oh yeah, you do. Okay, okay.
Mem, 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 mem. So many monsters.
Yeah, it's brutal. Anything you can find, Mem, would be fantastic. Anything, absolutely anything. Yeah, the black tide is such a scary thing, and again, as I said, they've done such a fantastic job of like making it terrifying. We're like, whenever the black tide stuff comes up, it already feels like a crisis, but now it feels like it's right on the doorstep. And the way that like Aglaea has described it, it very clearly seems that there's going to be something more to this as well. Like maybe it is like, instead of just being a natural disaster, someone's utilizing this, which I think like happens quite a bit in stories, you know, about like, you know, disasters. Like I think the Stellaron is a perfect example how like usually the Stellaron feels like a very natural disaster, and then you find out that, and it is a natural disaster, right? I want to make it clear it is, but then you find out later on that it's like very sentient and someone has been utilizing it. This is crazy, man. Look at this. You see, like this is just an instant way of showing like a fight for survival, you know. The monster's body is twisted like brambles, not allowing any living being to approach. Oh, Mem got hurt off it. That's not right. That's not right. Try to sense any memories off these bodies, maybe? Because it says optional. We definitely want to do an optional. Try to see if there's anything else as memories here. Is it just the bodies or something else that has memories on it? Or maybe there'll be more memories up there as well. Oh, did not mean... Okay. I did that though. But we can reconstruct it. It's cool that they let you destroy it and reconstruct it. I guess there's no more memories here. So maybe we'll just try up here, I guess. I'm trying to make sure, like even the black tide here, man. It's such like a, and the way they hit it until we got into like deep into the forest as well. So masterfully done the way they did this. The black colored monster has fallen like a toppled statue. Within the body lies a golden ashes, perhaps the same substance as golden blood that is commonly seen in Amphoreus. Anything, Mem?
Memmy mem.
It's okay.
Memmy mem.
Don't worry about it. We believe in you. And we're going to see more of the interiors as well. Obviously, they're going to have a lot of like similar feelings to Okhema, right? 110%, because it's, you know, built with the same stone and stuff. A despicable, twisted life form with once a living soul that could mourn pain, but now it only turns its head at others until its soul drifts silently out of its shell. You can only hope. Yeah, don't worry about it. I know. Mem, legit, do not worry about it.
It could be because when a life is devoured by the black tide,
Oh, Jesus.
it loses its soul.
Oh, no. That's horrifying. Whenever, like, anything gets like corrupted by the black tide, it loses its soul as well. That's absolutely horrifying. That's so sad as well, but it's so scary. This is locked, isn't it?
It's locked. I can't open it. It was probably sealed in order to ward off the black tide.
Oh, they were trying everything. There's no key. I love the way you can see that in environments. It's very dark, but you can see it, right? Like the different things that showcases they were trying their best to hold it back, whether it be the dead bodies or this. Flaming Lance charge.
Save your energy. Yanis's power
Look at
is
Stell.
far stronger than we could ever imagine.
She was so confident, and Mem's giving her the. Mem's like, "What the hell's you doing?" Possibly.
Are you serious? Just a mere door.
What?
And your first instinct is to call on the gods?
Is this the guy that they were talking about?
Before you try unlocking the door, perhaps you should first find a way to clear the fog that clouds your vision.
What? Is this was Anaxa?
My name is Anaxagoras.
Whoa.
One of the 7
Whoa.
sages of the Grove of Epiphany and the founder of the New
You look so cool.
Before we go any further, rule number 1. Do not call me Anaxa.
So the name is Anaxagoras. Let me hear the pronunciation again just so I can get it right for you.
My name is Anaxagoras.
Anaxagoras. Anaxagoras. Anaxagoras. Anaxagoras. Don't mind Mem, right? We'll respect what you want to be called, but also I will call you Anaxagoras if you want to be called Anaxagoras. You look so cool. Look at the eye as well. I need to see you like in real form.
Rule number 2. Never interrupt me. Silence.
Okay, buddy, I think you look cool, but we're not going after Mem, okay? Mem's trying their best, okay? Yeah, okay? I think you look cool, but if you go after Mem, it's fighting words.
The person standing here and conversing with you right now isn't the vestiges of a memory. Rather, it is the culmination of the greatness of science and the pure, irrefutable, and undeniable
Exalted truth.
Through the wonders of alchemy, I have shattered my soul and transmuted it into gold before burying it in this spot. I have recorded these words so that visitors may learn where their next destination lies.
So it's literally like it's a long way of saying, you know, a very scientific way of saying this is like a hologram message that has a personality. That's pretty advanced. That's pretty crazy. I mean, we have holograms in Honkai Star Rail, but this is like, you know, done in a very like personality-driven way. That's not like, you know, someone calling you. It's literally a representation of a person with a personality.
Nothing is impossible. Having said that, alchemy is not omnipotent. Each time you hear from me, an equivalent part of my soul is
Oh,
being
equivalent exchange.
the price. In other words, this voice isn't created out of thin
That's rough. Is that worth it? Is that worth it in Anaxagoras? Like to have a piece of your soul consumed every time we talk to you? I need to see this character for real.
That's because my precise calculations account for
Stop.
every possibility.
Stop.
I also know that you have already discovered the cause of the calamity at the Grove, the Black Tide, and that you mistakenly believe that the scholars have been wiped.
No, I'm sorry, but like, this guy's probably a mega genius if he was able to prepare for any probability and every possibility of what we could say back to him.
But that is where you're wrong. While the Black Tide was still approaching the Grove, the sages found a way to evacuate the
Okay, that's good. That's good.
scholars. They are heading toward the holy city of Okhema
That's good.
as we
That's
speak.
good.
Only a small fraction of the scholars stayed behind with me to defend the Grove. If all goes well, Circe's core flame will reach Okhema before
This seems very reasonable, right?
But since you have accessed this message, something unforeseen must have occurred. For now, you should continue onward to the Luminary throne, where you may retrieve the core flame.
Wait.
And our mortal remains.
He's saying that there's a possibility if you're reading this right now, we're dead. That we're dead. And he said the Luminary throne. I don't think he's dead, right? He can't be dead. This is a new character. I want to see him in the flesh.
And now, the objective is complete. That is all.
I really want to meet this character. So he came up to us in a vision in this like hologram and said basically like his hologram is an intelligent hologram that can account for any possibility of what you're going to say. He told us that people were evacuated and the people that are left behind might be in trouble right now or might be dead. So you can get the core flame.
Miss, judging from your reaction, you must have found a useful memory.
So Castros didn't even see this. Yeah, recount what we saw.
Professor Anaxa? That's a lot to digest at once. I'm sorry. Please give me some time.
Can I just say this right now? It makes perfect sense why Castros doesn't like Anaxagoras. He seems exactly the type to be the one in every meeting that's like, stop that, that's silly. You know, every single time he seems like that type of person. He said his name was Anaxagoras.
You don't have to take that too seriously. For some reason, he's especially particular about his full name.
I have a philosophy in life. If someone comes up to me and says they want me to call them something, and it's not something that's like an incredibly like an offensive name or a horrible name, I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? I'll call you that. No big deal. Neurosports and alchemy refer to...
Professor Anaxa theorizes that all beings originate from the same source and have a similar composition, which in this case refers to the soul. He calls this theory Neusporism.
Neusporism, sorry, Neusporism. Noose. The Titan, sorry, the Aeon Noose?
It is an extremely complicated theory. You should get him to explain it himself if you're interested.
Yeah, I can't wait to talk to him. Like, again, he's gonna be, I think he's gonna be a character that we're gonna have to, like, drop part of our, not ego, we're gonna have to drop part of our personality, as Calvin also knows Warmer, to be like, okay, sometimes characters are gonna be more abrasive. Let's just let him be more abrasive so we can talk to him. You know what I mean?
Provided that he is still alive.
Yeah, I hope he is. I have faith he is. Everyone seems to have been evacuated?
Yes, that seems like the only good news so far. We can just focus on retrieving the core flame.
Yeah, it means that like there's less damages than we thought there would be. You know what I mean? 100%. And people thought about that. And perhaps Anaxagoras did manage to survive. Did not manage to survive.
I do not wish to consider this possibility.
Yeah, terrifying.
Perhaps they were just unable to transfer the core flame, but managed to escape.
We have to go to the Luminary throne.
It is located at the top of the giant tree and is where Circe's core flame is kept. According to Anaxa, the core flame should still be there. But making our way there won't be as
It's gonna be a
simple as the
dungeon.
Professor made it
We're doing a
sound.
dungeon. Mem mem mem. Oh, Mem. Mem being very supportive.
Right. Let's see whether he left any similar directions for us along the way.
Yeah, I can't wait to talk to this character. Cause like already I totally.
Alchemy is truly incredible.
Yep, it's terrifying and incredible as well. But I already have like a vibe for this character that like, this is a character that either people are gonna hate or people are gonna love, right? Oh my god, look, oh, it's like the inside of a tree. This is so cool. Or he's very pretty and then like, you know, some people tolerate his, I'm just saying some people. This is such a cool area. This is an incredible area. Are you kidding? Oh, that's kind of scary. Oh, that's kind of scary. Oh, no. Are you guys like me with that? Is maybe I'm just weird. Like, there's something so, like, weird about, like, twisting branches in the darkness like that. It's like tentacles almost, you know? Oh, it's so creepy. It's a very creepy area. I mean, we're gonna have to press forward. Like, it's a really crazy, cool visual, but it's still so terrifying as well. 100%. But yeah, Anaxagoras, I can't wait to talk to him because I think it's going to be one of those situations where, like, he's going to be even more abrasive than Dr. Ratio is. And Dr. Ratio isn't actually rude. He just doesn't know how to, like, socially interact with people a lot. But I'm guessing with Anaxagoras, he's something that's very confident in his own beliefs, which I think can be a very good admiration. You can be admirable if your beliefs are strong. And also, it's going to be great to have a different perspective as well. No matter what, someone who just doesn't believe in all this stuff in the same way is going to be interesting to talk to no matter what. So it's a cool area. I heard it too.
No, you didn't imagine it.
Mm-hmm.
I heard it as well.
Yeah.
I'm afraid that someone's probably nearby, as we are unable to ascertain whether they are friend or foe. We better remain cautious.
Beheld the 12 constellations. Where's this coming from? Yeah? That's why you're supposed to keep quiet in the library. Don't be afraid. I have experience in ghost hunting. We do, technically, with Gwei. Oh my god, you have no idea. One of the best times ever. Ghost hunting with Gwei and the crew.
Found it. The voice is coming from over there.
Over where? The heart? Is that a heart?
Memmy mem memmy mem. Memmy mem mem mem. Memmy mem 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 memmy mem.
There's definitely something weird at play.
No. It seems to be coming from somewhere even further that way.
Whoa.
Let's go check it out.
Mem is understandably a little bit scared. 110%. This area is so crazy, man. This is, again, when I say traditional RPG elements, this is like the place you go in like the third dungeon in an RPG. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, look at this place. It's crazy, you know? And again, you remember it forever. Let's see what the garment maker over here can give us. If they can give us. You found 2 nymphs so far. Only 2? So is it area specific? You pot the shell, it patterns begin to grow once more. Has the connection turns an obstacle, the garment maker sustained much damage, doesn't respond immediately, it takes its time. Can I not get something out of the garment maker? Okay, you have to collect them in specific areas then. Okay, fair enough. No problem repairing this stuff while we're at it too. So who is speaking to us? I cannot wait to meet Anaxagoras. I cannot wait. This is gonna be so freaking cool. Where? I wonder if we have to go closer to the heart, maybe here. Possibly. I don't know. Here? Is this it? A statue trembling an old trembling an old draped man in a trembling robe, resembling an old man draped in robes, seated in meditation. Resembling an old man draped in robes, seated in meditation, capable of singing. Stare at the statue?
Regardless of what you do, a stone won't be able to speak.
Who is this now? Oh my god, look at you! Who are you?
Such a lively little bunny. You even smell a little familiar.
Oh my god, the design is so beautiful. What a good looking ghost is a great way to put it. Like the branches, the eye makeup, the kind of like dull tone of the browns and the kind of yellowy, kind of brownish, goldish, it's kind of like bronze, I would say. Bronze is a good way to put it. Who are you? What a good looking ghost.
What a smooth talking child.
You look so cool. You look so
Who
cool.
are you?
Who is
Keep your
who is
distance
this?
And identify yourself.
No.
Otherwise,
Join.
You'll face the consequences.
Consequences are you live with us. I love her. She's so cool.
The scent of Thanatos.
Oh.
I recognize you. Idonia's renowned goddess of death.
Goddess of death.
Since you are aware, stop provoking the authority of death. Answer my question.
I understand, by the way, I want to make clear, Casters is 100% correct to be weary. You know, and we're glad to have her with us.
Bearing your fangs at me.
Oh my god.
How cute.
When someone says how cute, it's kind of like, okay, how powerful is this character?
Just call me
Calypso?
I greet you on behalf of the 7 sages
Calypso?
and Loftophagists.
Loftophagists? Hi, Professor is crazy. Hi, Professor.
Be careful. Even if the head of the Lotophagists has never shown their true identity before, We shouldn't trust this person so easily.
I'm just kind of blown away by the design, but also like I agree with Castris. I 100% do. I'm intrigued by who they are, but also I understand that we can't just like you know, trust them. I'm not trusting them. I just think their design is cool.
The weft could not detect her presence just now. That would be out of the ordinary if she were truly a phantom body. But if she is someone who has passed on, I should be able to tell.
Okay.
Let me test her.
Do you mind if I join your private conversation?
I don't know. Ask Castris.
That would be rather inappropriate for someone who isn't even willing to reveal their real self.
That's fair.
Forget it.
That's very fair. I'm glad we have Castris with us because, like, you know me, like, I would just be like, I want to learn more about you. Let's talk for 10 hours, you know? But Castris is like, Stell, Calvin, please.
However, I'm going to ask you some questions. Please answer them truthfully. If you can do so without hesitation, we won't treat you as an enemy for the time being.
That's fair, right?
A pop quiz? Well, that sparks my interest. Go ahead.
What was the topic for the grand finals of the 752nd Great Debate?
Wait, will she know
Is
this?
a flying arrow in motion or at rest?
Wait, because it's... How does that work? Is a flying arrow in motion or rest? Is that because as it's flying through the sky, it's like being moved by the wind currents, but it's not moving itself?
Who was your representative?
These questions, man.
Medea.
Medea?
She went up against Phynon of the New Sporists.
Medea.
Who won?
Nobody won because the 752nd Great Debate never took place.
Oh, trick question, trick question.
What I just mentioned happened during the previous debate. Phynon emerged victorious and obtained his 10th consecutive debate wreath.
He's a debate lord?
To alleviate your worries, I shall provide you with a piece of information that's more valuable than the Great Debate.
Sure. This character is so interesting to me. Like, this feels like I'm in another world now.
Anaxa the New Sporist is still alive.
Awesome.
I saved him, and he is now recuperating at the
Okay.
Luminary throne. So, are you satisfied with my
Her eyes are
answers?
permanently closed, it seems. But it seems like, yeah, like she's like this whole like branch is growing on her, like the bronze. She's like a statue floating.
This dumbfounded expression of yours is much more adorable and likable than the previous
All I know
one.
about this dialogue, she's not sweating Castris one bit. She's not sweating Castris even a little bit.
As the saying goes, seeing is believing. Why don't you follow me to the throne and take a look for yourself?
My heart is and again, it's a good thing though as well because I love meeting new characters. We've technically met 3 new characters in this game, this episode. Hyacine, Anaxagoras. We haven't met him technically, but you know we've seen him, and Calypso, who I guess is based on the goddess in Greek mythology. Then I guess, I believe related to Atlas.
I'll keep
I could
my
be
eyes
wrong.
on you at all times.
Please correct me.
Oh, that's truly an honor.
She's not sweating Castris at all. I'm glad to have Castris with us because she's so reasonable, but like, Calypso's not sweating her at all.
As long as we can get the water wheel turning, we'll be able to use it to ascend.
Oh my god, this is such a JRPG mechanic. Are you kidding me? This is so awesome.
So, the solution is to awaken this
We have to awaken the heart. Very, very, very cool. What an amazing way of introducing characters thus far. We have Calypso who came in, and I think the way they presented Calypso already is so fantastic because they have this like very like obviously ethereal nature to them. They have a terrifying nature too, and I think that comes from them like not sweating Castris, being so forceful and kind of very confident in their nature. Anaxagoras, who was introduced as well in a way that like makes him like so science focused and very maybe you could say reason focused, but he's like so like straightforward, and in a way that's kind of like, you know, very intriguing. You know, you want to know more about it and you want to talk more to him just because he's so different from the very faith focused characters that we've seen thus far. And then Hyacine as well, another great introduction to a character. Very sweet, very pleasant, but also showing off that she is someone who is just an incredibly good person at the same time too. Really great introduction to 3 characters there, guys, and that is going to be doing it for this episode. But first, I guess we can do the discussion first, and then we'll read over the other things I want to read up first, and then we'll do that afterwards. I think it's a good way of doing it. We'll do then some Titan readings next time as well. I'm trying to space everything out. I want to make sure we catch up with the book, of course, and then we'll do the Titan readings then. We've done 6 Titans so far. We have 6 more to go. But I think it actually has, reading the Titan stuff, I think has actually helped me with my, Nereus was the name of the Titan, I think, has actually helped me with my knowledge of this world and of the Titans. Because I feel like I'm coming away from this now, personally, way more informed. Oh, Himiko's here. By the way, we're okay, Himiko. Everything's okay, don't worry about it. Well, we're okay, it's okay, don't worry, everything's okay. Everything's okay. Pom-Pom, I'm okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. Everything's okay. But yeah, I actually do think it's helping. And again, as I said, like, there's a difference between that and the data bank. The data bank for me, and I have no problem saying this because I've said this a million times before, but the data bank, for me, like, I know I don't read it all the time. I know I only read it afterwards when I do a lot of stuff, but that's just because I feel like what happened to me that time, and I'll say it, I know I say it all the time, but like, I remember like I literally read some of the data bank and then Genuine explained it 20 minutes later, and it's like, I want to learn it that way. I don't want to learn it just by reading the data bank. I want to learn it through the actual game itself, and then see some maybe more fun stuff later on as well. This was genuinely what I love about Honkai Star Rail, by the way. The thing is, like, with Honkai Star Rail is that, like, just like when we got introduced in Amphoreus, just when we came to Penacony, I met, like, you know, a bunch of characters as well. I think this is, like, the essence of why I love Honkai Star Rail. It's a big mystery in the background. It's some revelations, but not revealing too much. So there's still something there. There's a danger approaching. There's new characters being introduced, and the characters being introduced in such an amazing way as well. That, to me, is, like, why I love Honkai Star Rail so much. It's why I loved, you know, Penacony. It's why I loved Balabog. It's why I loved Xianshou. I love that they do mystery so well, they do stories so well, they do context and world building so well. So it's really just like, this is like, you know, again, one of those things where I played this episode, I'm like, I absolutely adore this, and this is why I adore Honkai Star Rail. We met with Aglaea, and she basically wanted to award us a prize. At first, we thought it was kind of like a bargaining chip. It was this like drink of the gods, basically, that there's only like a few in existence. And this was like an acknowledgement of all the stuff we've done for Amphoreus, which I love to see because it's truly something that should happen a lot with these characters. Because while the Trailblazers do this because they believe this is their calling, there's also a thing where like they're putting their lives on the line for other people constantly. So have this appreciation is so nice, and it's so lovely. It's the same thing as the way the Trailblazers got the ship, right, in Penacony. It's like, yes, acknowledge that they're still doing great stuff for the people. But also Aglaea mentioned as well that like it's not like you don't have to take this and you don't have to accept this, take your time. But that's where we got introduced to a new character of Hyacine. And Hyacine is a bundle of sugar. She is a candy floss walking on legs. She is the sweetest thing ever. And I love the way she came up with a nickname for us right away. We found out she was like a head nurse, she's a healer, she's someone who cares about this world greatly. And through these conversations, we kind of like, you know, heard about the Grove and the idea of like the core flame for the god of the Titan of Reason. And it was this journey that Don Hong obviously wasn't going on with us, but we're going on it with Castoris and Trian. And we're supposed to go on it as well with the head nurse of that area too, Hyacine. But again, they showcase so well how Hyacine is just an absolutely amazing character by having her stay behind. And again, this is why I love about what I love about Honkai Star Rail, because they've done this in the past. I want to make this clear. I hope it doesn't sound like I'm saying they haven't done in the past, because that's why I love Honkai Star Rail, is those moments. It's why I adore Honkai Star Rail, is the moments of like the way they use one thing to signify multiple things. It's just good writing. The thing with Hyacine staying behind to heal the person with the black tide is equal parts showing off that Hyacine cares so much about people. It's equal parts showing us how dangerous the black tide is. And it's also equal parts, okay, the black tide is closer than we thought, and it's able to reach a place that we didn't think it could reach. It's all those things bundled into one. It's the beauty of showing off a character. It's the drama of showing off how dangerous the black tide is, and it's showing how close it's gotten. And also it shows us that, like, if that's the case, as Aglaea was saying later, this could be something that is less than a natural, like more than a natural disaster, and someone actually utilizing this in some way, which you have seen stuff like that with the Stellaron as well. But there's something going on with that there is some sort of like thing that could be happening along with the black tide. It seems like it is just like a natural disaster, but it could be something else kind of like pushing it towards it as well. It's a very dark idea, but it's also a very dangerous and very nerve-wracking idea, right? Because again, the way Aglaea kind of sees it, if it's reached the Grove, then of course then it could reach Okhema. Like, and if it does this much damage to someone, this means we might not be able to, like, you know, go back against it or do anything against it. And I think it's a really important note and way to describe this. And they've done that really well by again, as you said, showing us how dangerous it is, telling us how close it is, and then telling us the mystery behind it, that someone else could be pulling the strings behind this. Very, very cool stuff. So cool, of a way of intriguing you and also making you feel scared and making you feel like it's a very dangerous thing. But yeah, we got to the Grove, and the Grove is one of the prettiest places I've ever seen. I love any place that makes me feel like I'm stepping into a fairy tale. The beautiful butterflies everywhere, the branches overgrowing on things, the rusted wheels, the tree, the god, you know, poking their head out of the tree, and the story behind this place that the gods nestled here and basically gave birth to like this whole land here, and then people came here to, like, you know, study under reason, and they created like schools here and lives here. Like, it's such a beautiful part of the lore, but the location itself is just gorgeous. And I imagine in the daytime it's even prettier, but I love the colors of it, the way the light shines in the distance, giving a warmth. And actually just the structure itself. And that's why the next part that happens here, I think, has to be like 100% intentional in terms of a contrast, is showing off the absolutely horrific creatures of the black tide that are sharp, misshapen, they look unnatural. And again, it's to showcase the contrast of, like, this beautiful fairy tale world is being corrupted as well. Even this beautiful paradise and this beautiful gorgeous place can be corrupted at the same time too. We obviously learned that the Titan of Reason is not corrupted and is something that, like, actually they've agreed to help the people of the humans as well. So obviously this place is a very beautiful place and is a place that usually is a haven. It's a very welcoming place. And again, they said that it's usually a very welcoming place. So to see the black tide here and all the Titans and all the people dead here, it instantly is striking as like, oh my god. It would already be like a terrifying thing to witness, but to witness it after seeing so much of a fairy tale wonderland and this gorgeous, like, fairy tale Ghibli world, it really is like a strong contrast. And the way they do environmental storytelling this without even saying anything, I know they explain it to us, but even if you didn't get explained to you could tell the locked door and the dead bodies spewed everywhere is a showcase that they tried their best to hold back against this black tide. A welcoming world becoming very defensive and destructive all of a sudden is a showcase that they were trying to do something. Yeah, it, like, really is like a very incredible way of showcasing this, but also a very, like, dark way of showing this too. I think it really is. And because of that stuff with the black tide, as you said, with Aglaea now thinks there's something pulling the strings of the black tide. It's not just something that's a natural disaster, which would make sense how quickly it's spreading, and someone is doing this directly as a way to, like, maybe press on against Okhema and against this world, which again, a Stellaron, that could be it too. If someone's utilizing the Stellaron, because Stellarons can make things grow, right? So I'm 100% believe the Stellaron can make the black tide grow as well. It makes perfect sense to me that they'd be able to do that. We then met Anaxagoras, who is a character who's already intriguing because he's so different from the other Chrysos heirs in this world. I feel like the Chrysos heirs, even if, like, they're more abrasive like My Day, they still have a faith in Aglaea, and they still have a faith in, like, the idea of the prophecy and the tree and all this stuff too, and the Titans. Whereas it's very clear that this guy is all about science and alchemy, and that's already a contrast to the rest of the characters that you want to talk to him. Even if we probably might get annoyed by him in the future, I still want to learn more about him. He's a character who created this freaking hologram that, in exchange for parts of his soul, that had so much of the intelligence in it that it could literally predict what we were going to say even. Like, that's how crazy intelligent this character is going to be, and I feel like they did a really fantastic job of already utilizing a character like this in the first moments we just met him, to the point that I want to know more about him, and also I know that he's going to like annoy people, and I know why people probably get annoyed by him 110%. He seems like the type of person who isn't something who's going to have like a debate if it's beneath him, and quote unquote, you know. But he's still a very interesting character and a very interesting scene too. And also he said that people got evacuated to Okhema, which is great, and also that something bad could have happened, but it's clear that he's alive at the very least, as we saw later with Calypso. We enter into this dungeon, and it's incredible. It looks amazing. This whole tree area, it's disgusting to look at in some cases. It's scary, but it's a really amazing looking dungeon. And in that process, we actually met Calypso. And Calypso is this bronze figure of a character that's so striking when you see her right away. It's like, oh my god, look at this character. And she really like showed her true colors almost instantly, where she's just very knowledgeable and clearly like someone who like has a lot of like power. Because when Castris was like being very aggressive towards her, she didn't give a damn. She didn't care at all. She said, okay, whatever, and laughed at her almost. And I think that's a really great way of letting us know that this character does not have a fear of a Chrysosaur, does not have a fear of a Chrysosaurs. And Calypso is a god in Greek culture, I believe, as well. But in this case, Calypso said they saved saved Anaxagoras. So at least on that case, they have like saved somebody, and they also were able to like pass the tests that Castris sent to them as well. And they said they also knew Phynon too. So there is like a lot of stuff there as well. But I think just in terms of design and personality, they did such a good job of introducing characters in this story, and I actually found it to be like one of the like such a fun time. And it's the same thing when we saw an introduction of like Phynon and Maide and Castris. I love the way they introduce characters in this game, and this is like another example of why it's just so fantastic the way they do this. We're now trying to head in towards the Luminary throne in order to find an Anaxagoras and hopefully get the core flame and bring it back to Okhema. But they did such a fantastic job of building up the danger of the Black Tide, setting up a mission here and setting up new characters, setting up like this idea of urgency, and also giving me like a little bit of a hint at some characters for the future. Like all this is exciting going forward, but also having danger in the moment. There's danger in the moment, danger in the future, and excitement in the moment, and exciting in the future. And I feel like they did such a fantastic job of like utilizing all of that. Really. In terms of, as I said, character designs, I haven't seen Anaxagoras fully, but I absolutely adore Hyacine's designs. We've seen it before on the banner, but it's completely different. I'm sorry, but banner designs are completely different from, like, it's not different in terms of, like, looks, but it's different in terms of feel. When you see them moving around, it's really, you get a feel for the design in 3D. And with Calypso, I've never seen them before, but they don't look like a banner character. They just look like maybe like a spirited character, but they also have a very cool design too. The designs in this game are always fantastic, so it's not a surprise. Not always fantastic. As I said, there's some character designs I'm not a big fan of, like, but I always use like Pale as an example, or, you know, to me, like, it's like, even though I don't hate the design, like, I actually kind of like, you know, I think the fact that I'm not huge on Sampo's design is actually makes me like him a bit more, because I feel like, you know, him being like an intentional character that's supposed to be like a little bit irritating towards us, him being a design that like is very like off the wall and crazy kind of adds to that personality, you know what I mean? I don't know, but yeah, really cool introduction to characters and designs. Before we go any further, let's see if we can read some more of those books, by the way, as I've written. I want to look at, we have two more here. So this looks like it's going to be, oh, okay. Those flame-chasing people, those forgotten stories as I've written. Sometimes we won't understand this fully, but we can read through it anyway. Guiding light and laughter and lament. So there's two of them. So what we might do today is we'll do these two. Yeah, we'll do two today and then we'll do the other one next time. I think it's a good idea.
In a corner of Okhema, the newly arrived traveler stops for a moment. He rubs his eyes.
1, 2, 3. There's 3 identical children.
All meeting the trio for the first time.
The 3 children have differing smiles. One is beaming, one has a shrewd grin, and one is smiling serenely. Yet each of them looks just as mysterious as the other two.
Right, that definitely does describe them, right?
Welcome to the holy city. We will show you the way.
I think they're so adorable. I adore them so much. I really do.
Trebios. This name has not been mentioned for some time. Only the elderly priests of Anaxagoras know the true significance of this name.
High Priest, please guide us once again as we spread our wings on this long journey.
As music from his hometown plays, the smiling children gather around the old man. They wish that the twilight breeze will carry away all tales of sadness.
And I wonder if that's tales from their homeland as well, right? The tales of sadness.
The end times loom like a dark cloud, hanging over the holy city's residents and shrouding them with worry.
Hello, do you need our help?
Like torches dancing in the wind, the children illuminate the
It
hours.
seems like they're always there to help. It seems like they're
They
born to
wipe
be
away
guides
the woman's
sometimes.
Tears. Babies sleep amidst whispers.
Aww.
On the windowsill of those in prayer, their light footprints remain. The citizens call them the Three Pillars of
Three
Okhema.
pillars.
Yet they simply shake their heads.
There's no need to be so somber. How about we play a game together? Guess who we are?
The three soared and landed in front of the townsfolk.
You're Trian.
An old man says.
No, we're Trinin.
Trinin is the quietest.
So Trin is the third one.
Are you Trinin? A young girl asks.
Wrong. We're actually.
I love that they're playing this game with people. This is actually a very funny character trait. This is like you see twins doing this in movies, you know?
Then you must be Treevy.
A child shouts.
You're right. Good job.
Treevy is as enthusiastic
I agree.
as she is
I agree.
adorable. It matters not whether they can tell the trio apart. Of most importance is their sincere smile.
Beautiful way of putting it. Really beautiful way of putting it. This is a very sweet
We will show
story.
you the path to take.
The children fly ahead, guiding the lost back to the main road. So, you literally show people the right path to take?
You're lucky. You merely took a wrong turn.
They are such interesting
Children
characters,
flew
aren't they?
before me. It was rare to see them so quiet.
The Tribby triplets.
However, there are many more unfortunate souls who have lost their direction in life.
Act concluded. So it seems like it's showcasing, and yeah, they're so adorable. It's showcasing them as guides, these very sweet characters, always very like adorable, but also very like helpful. You could tell here they're even having fun with people guessing who they are and who their personalities were. But also they seem to help people in their hours of need, and that's what's happened all the time with us as well, right? 100%. We've seen it happen to us so many times. Well, not so many times, but you know what I
soldier
mean.
on the battlefield, who wished to bid farewell to his lover in a distant city far away. The child leaned toward the soldier and said nary a word as she listened to his final words of comfort. As for the other two children, they were in the city, beside a bed upon which a woman was lying in eternal rest,
This is so interesting.
wailing uncontrollably.
Like being with people in their final
Not
moments.
only do the three children share each other's senses, their souls are also interconnected.
Oh, right.
When one is filled with grief, the other two will burst into tears as well.
Perhaps we should tell you some happy tales instead.
The child wipes away her tears.
This is so sad.
Our greatest talent is performing Amphoreus' nursery rhymes.
Those nursery rhymes have been told over and over, that any literate child could recite them by heart.
Right, they're like very classic.
How rude!
The child gently flicks my forehead.
You should be reflecting on the nursery rhyme author's heartfelt intentions instead.
Again, they have such a spiritual nature to them, right? Focus on the
Lush land
intentions.
By God's chosen, giants raise their glasses in a toast. People commonly see the children riding on enormous
Yeah, like in their ultimate
flaming
move?
rockets,
And their
looking
follow-up
like
attacks.
shooting stars blazing through the holy city.
Dangerous.
An old man worriedly wishes the children to stop.
Not Trinin.
The quiet child shakes her head.
That's Trian! The exuberant child raises her hands. Stop nagging.
There's such personalities, right?
Can't I just play with something I've created? Every child in the world loves to play. And Trivios is no
100%.
exception.
That's the thing. They have the heart of a child because they are
Every
children.
child in the world is afraid of pain. Yet Trivios tries to act tough.
Initially, there were many more of us. The others have merely gone one step ahead.
The children swore they were already adults. Yet, when they carelessly hit the city gate, they cried out in pain together.
They can say they're adults, but they're babies to me.
The tripartite prophecy is but a distant ritual, and the Chrysos War, a painful dream.
Like a painful memory, almost like a dream?
Infinity occasionally jolt her awake, and the distant travels of her identical sisters sometimes inspire uncertainty within her. A new journey only begins when the previous one comes to an end. Despite time marching forward endlessly, the children always manage to stay true to their hearts.
Right. That's what I think about them too.
Of one another. Their senses intertwined, their souls in communion.
And that can be very sad, but also very beautiful, right? Did they add stuff to it? Oh, they do. Like, there's a flower up there as well.
Will you be joining us? Then it's settled.
The reason why I think it's so beautiful to me, about, like, it's beautiful and sad, is because we have, like, a, you know, three, Tribi, Trian, and Tribi was a Tribi, Trin, and Trian. The reason why they're so amazing to me, as characters, is that they do have like this child's heart, but also of course they are like these diplomats, but also the connected soul thing is so sad and but amazing to me. They can feel each other's feelings. They know each other like no one else does, but that makes like a scene we saw earlier in this episode even sadder when we saw was it Trian running away from Tribi because she was so sad. That means the empathy that Tribi felt was not even just empathy. It was, I can feel her pain. I can feel her sadness. And that type of tethering, while beautiful, is also like very, very sad at the same time too. But you can see how like helpful they are to people, how they, you know, view the world. They love the beauty of the world. They still like to play as children. Like they have such a beautiful heart that it's a really like interesting character. But again, as I said, a very sad character at the same time too. Guys, that's gonna do it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching this. Thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you for being incredible. If you want to see these videos early, you can watch them on Patreon. This video came out on Tuesday. And again, Tuesday from Saturday is a big long gap, I think. But that only happens every 2 weeks, I want to make it clear. It's basically a thing where videos release a non-Room Reacts weeks a lot earlier, but they will always release it early if unless something bad happens. Thank you guys so much for watching this. Thank you guys for supporting me and being incredible. You're all honestly so amazing. Thank you so much to Anaxagoras for creating this world that we all live in. That's what he did, right? He created this world we all live in. Highfire 2, Jamie Bull, Janet the Banana, The Ghost of Inazuma, Felicitas Felix, Yule, Anusta, The Assassin, True Peanut Butter, Peter Shelson, Leon, High Kasperian, Jerabinum, Neo Sharite, and at the highest tier of my YouTube, Rorgama7, Blasco, and Lucinagi. See you guys soon. Bye-bye.